Hello, viewers, and welcome to Africa and Beyond Television Network. And we are looking at what's happening in the nation of Zimbabwe without fear, without favor. And according to COSWA, security in Zimbabwe is on high alert amid 31 March mass protests. And those in Harare, they're expected to see police at every junction. Police trucks are expected to be roving around Harare starting tomorrow, and also roadblocks at all major roads. That is what is happening. So these are the things which must be expected at this point in time. But we need to take a look into this whole issue and understand why would the police try to stop the 31 March demonstrations. So the biggest issue will be fear of unknown from those who are in authority. They are running scared, and they are likely going to do a lot to make sure that they protect themselves. And if you look at it, the people who are the most disgruntled, who are the most talkative, are the people who have been benefiting illegally from the proceeds of crime in the nation of Zimbabwe. Those who have been working so hard for themselves, they really want change because they want a better Zimbabwe. So when you look at it, it's something which is more controversial. Yes, there is a possibility that the police will try to stop people by all means possible. But at this point in time, our analysis has given us this result. The military, as it stands right now, no one knows what they are planning. No one knows what they are thinking. That is something which is very, very important and key. So there are divisions which are happening, which are there, which are visible, because the major issue is Comrade Geza is in Zimbabwe. Why is he not being arrested? Who is protecting him? And if he is a national security threat, why is the military not stepping in? If the police have failed and the CIO, the military will be the last resort to step in and make sure that is accounted for. Why is he not yet accounted for? Those questions are the questions which are troubling a lot of people. And it's not only troubling just general people. Those questions are also troubling some people within the security sectors, like the police and the CIO. They do not know what their fate could be. We have seen it with the transition from Robert Mugabe era to the Emerson Mnangagwa era. We have seen some things happening right there. However, we need to take a look on what approach Wenger, a supporter, has said regarding this.
Comrades and friends, how are you? I just hope this message finds all of you well. Time at the 31st of March, munowese Tupinam Street. Musasichichidzirwe nevanhu. Musapinde mustreet, munonorowa munoti we all know kuti hapana chigananda 1 kana 1 hacho chine company inogadzira mboma, and logistics are in place for the safety of the people. We were sick and tired of just a few people enjoying. Tina vanhu vakaita sana Mukodza, provincial chairs aripo izvizvi matsotsaya zvigananda zviri kuti vanhu musaende munorohwa hamufaniri kuenda. They're just doing that so they can continue plundering national resources, vachidya vachiguta vari vega. Varakashi ndo vatiri kuziva, vamwe vari kuti musapinde, vanhu vakapiwa tuma akwa vakabhadharwa vakanzi no, fight the revolution so that it doesn't go forward. So isusu we are saying what is better, kuti nhasi kunourayiwa munhu aita speak out, umwe urayiwa kusvikira mangwana aita speak out, umwe next week, umwe next year. We are saying let's just speak with one voice. Teseka one. Expositions have been done. We all know the dimension and the depth of the corruption iri kuitika muZimbabwe munomu. Tese tauziziva how many millions are being stolen in the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening, and it's time for action. No patasvika izvizvi. We are tired of these stories. 45 years is just too much wakumana kuti pashayiwe action. So no point yatasvikai, so that we align our revolution to equality, so that everyone will be empowered, everyone will have better and same opportunities. Another week now, they keep on running the show. 300,000. Where did you get that money? So musachichidzirwe nezvigananda kuti munonoro hapana kana chigananda 1 chine company inogadzira mboma zvoti tingachichidzirwa isusu. and you see ende Zimbabwe ndeyevanhu ndeyedu isusu saka toda kuona kuti achatirwa wacho ndiani, and logistics and systems are in place zvokuti munhu wese is very safe. Kunana Mavetera, kunana Muswere, kunana Garwe, musanete zvamamuchiita. Zvamamuchitaura muchiramba muchiinsulta Vice President Chiwenga, rambai muchiwedzera moto, musambomire tapota. Takapfuura time yekuti tichati zvandaita zviya zvakashata ndaufanira ndichinje mabasa angu ayo. Rambai makanaka muchiita zvamamuchiita, andimamuchigona. Yes, tukaistereke. Manje kushaitika futi rumwe rufu, handimone muchiuraya vanhu. Kuna vamwe vachafa futi. Munosororedza futi kuHeroes Ega ikukoko. Ndo zvatiri kuti munge muchiita izvozvo. Noti handimaizichita muchiti makangwara. Yes. Saka rambai makadzvanya. Time is coming. To Zimbabweans we are saying, time is coming and it's fast approaching. All rogue elements will be dealt with. Zvekuti let bygones be bygones zvezve. Zvakasara uSecond Republic. Isusu Third Republic matiri kupinda tiri kuti no act of arrogance will go unpunished. Munhu uchamira nemabasa ako, utongwa nemabasa ako. Thank you so much. See you on the 31st of March. I will be there. Very soon I will be traveling, coming to Zimbabwe. Tosvika toita chinhu chedu takabatana. Love you all. Bye. See you on the 31st of March.
Made it clear that they will be there in the streets. They are coming to Zimbabwe. Remember, they've been speaking from South Africa. And their presence in Zimbabwe, I believe, Kuti, it's going to give a lot of people courage. Imagine if Nyoka Mabunu lands in Zimbabwe, announces that, yes, guys, I'm now in Zimbabwe, I've arrived, and we are ready for this. That is what a lot of people are waiting for. A lot of people are waiting for a situation where these guys who are speaking online will come to Zimbabwe and will say, okay, guys, we are now on the ground. We are now ready to confront this system head on. And I believe, Kuti, that is what is going to motivate a lot of people. So, a lot of people would ask questions to say, does it mean that this government is not worried? No, they are worried. If you look back to 2017, VP Chiwenga maintained a brave face, and even at a particular time called some people nonsense. And there is a video which is there. I hope and believe that I will be able to show you that video because it's very, very important. It shows us that whatever which is happening right now, these people will never come in the open. They will simply do their own things. What we are seeing right now, those people who are speaking are their voices. And as long as they speak, they are telling a lot. Let us take a look on what Vice President Chiwenga said in 2017.
The situation is tense in the country.
There's nothing tense. Situation very well. It's only tense in the minds of mad people.
And about reports that the military plays a role in the succession issue in Zimbabwe. What's your comment?
That's absolutely nonsense. We keep I've already said in my statement, go to section 212. We are there to not only to defend the sovereignty and territorial integrity of the country, but we are the principal organ which will uphold the constitution of the country, period.
So this is what Vice President Chiwenga said then when he was the commander at Zimbabwe Defense Forces. He said that the situation is tense only in the minds of mad people. So when you look at it, one would be convinced that there is nothing which is going to happen. But what happened? November 2017, tanks were rolled into the streets. We have seen the Minister of State Security addressing a ZANU-PF meeting or rally, saying the same things to say it's not going to happen. The intelligence report which is there is saying people are not interested in this. They always say so. But at the end of the day, things happen. So what I believe in is there are a lot of divisions within the security cluster. And these divisions, they emanate from a position where a police officer cannot afford to buy himself a car without being involved in corruption, cannot afford to buy himself a house or to build himself a house without being involved in corruption. So if you look at it, the CIOs, the police, the military people, they don't afford. That is the honest truth. So if people do not afford, just know that they will be divided. And once they are divided and some commanders go the other direction, then you will see them following that direction. So that is also expected to see on that day. You might see some quarters and some sections doing the opposite. So the biggest fear right now is if we are to produce footy and put the guns into the streets, what if the people who we have sent into the streets change their minds and do otherwise? That is the very, very important issue and also a cause of concern. Because remember, shooting people is nice when somebody is not fighting you back. But imagine a situation where when you get into the streets to shoot at people and somebody shoots back at you, and those people are perceived to be from your side. These are people who are equally trained just like you. Imagine such a situation. So when we look at it, those are things which should be weighed. Those are the things even Robert Mugabe, he weighed all those things and said, no, I don't want bloodshed. This is going to result in bloodshed. Let it go. So I believe, Kuti, a precedent was set. A lot of people would say whatever which is happening is unconstitutional, but it's not. Let me tell you this. It's just because in Zimbabwe, they don't want to use the law as the law. You go to the High Court, there is a court order. Unless that court order is challenged in the Supreme Court and it is reversed, what it means is it's lawful to remove a president the same way which happened to Robert Mugabe, because that court order ratified the actions which happened. So if the military moves into the streets whatsoever, people demonstrate, that was legalized, that was allowed. So maybe MOPA would come to address other issues and other things. But if we are to critically look at the law, when it comes to the issues of marching against a president, there is a court order which is superior than all these things, because a court order given by a judge then supersedes everything. So that is something which is very, very important and very critical to say. In 2017, there was a court order which is setting precedents. So it's now a matter of saying, okay, you are una simba, kuna ne simba ruda kuramba haripo. That is the reason why they will overpower you. But according to the law, they don't have anything to stop whatever Ana Comrade Geza will be doing. It's legal according to the High Court order iripo, unless they challenge it in the Supreme Court and it is declared null and void. And once it's declared null and void, what happens? The people who were involved in 2017 will have to face prosecution. So that is something which is not going to happen anytime soon. So at this point in time, then, yes, the security situation is going to be heightened. But I was talking to some people who are analysts who believe that we might not even reach to 31 March. 31 March, yes, is the day a signal was given, but you might find another signal coming in between now and the 31 March. Why? It's because during this period, there is a likelihood that you are going to see a serious purge on critical people, or critical people who have been made targets. For example, journalists who are speaking out. Number two, politicians who are speaking out. Number three, the people who are perceived to be part and parcel of whatever which is happening, they might be paged, they might be tracked, and some things might be happening. So you are likely going to see a signal coming much earlier than the 31 March. So what I believe happened on Comrade Geza's presser was simply to tell the people that, yes, 31 March is in full support of that call for 31 March protests to happen. But he did not give the specific date, or he did not specify that. That is the reason why he said, we are going to give you a signal, but we'll give you a decoy. Which means what happened on the 31st of March announcement, it's a decoy. We do not know what might happen. It might happen before, it might happen even after 31 March. So this is something which a lot of people have been observing. I'm talking about people who are analyzing situations. So this is what is happening at this point in time. According to the information, according to COSWA, they say the security is on high alert, and starting tomorrow, the 20th, there is expected to see more roadblocks, expect to see more security on the ground. A lot of things will be happening, which means Zimbabweans need to be safe. And one of the key issues is that these people, they've announced they are ready to defend the people, something which is very, very important. As long as people are safe, as long as people are protected, then it's good to go. Then John says there is no need to scare the masses for the 31st of March. Enough is enough. Yes, thank you very much for this contribution. And my brother Mbire, thank you very much as well. Petronella Beta says vachenjere kumhanya iwo mapurisa acho. Okay, thank you very much, Besta. Temba says, which police are ready? Okay, Mnangagwa, private army maybe. Okay, yes, I agree with you. Teachman says, guys, chinu ichi ndechedu. Remember, Geza said, mapurisa togara nawo kugeto. Vanooneswa ndondo kugeto obva kubasa. Yes, so that is another thing which is very, very important right now. And that is the reason why you see a lot of people getting scared. So Zaranaka says, we are urging you all, police and security agents, to go on strike for better wages on 30 March. Demand 1,000 monthly salary. Mono utino buda here. Okay, this is what Zaranaka said. So this is it in Zimbabwe. This is what is happening at this point in time. And, you know, some people believe that maybe they will try by all means possible to increase or improve the security in Harare. The question is, will that work? I doubt that it is going to work because people are not happy. Not only the people, the general masses, but everybody. I want to give you this before I go. Look at what happened in Chinhoyi. Chinhoyi vendors have resisted. Mutare vendors resisted. There are so many places which I have seen vendors resisting whatever which is happening right there. And that is a clear sign that people are ready. People are not only resisting. And people know the consequences that they might be arrested or whatsoever, but that is a clear indication. So that is the reason why you see this regime is panicking and is saying the demonstration won't be peaceful, blah, 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 blah. If they try to stop the people, people might retaliate and it becomes violent. But if they allow people to demonstrate peacefully, like what happened in 2017, you won't see violence. That is how I feel about this. So if they allow people to get into the streets, the police will be there to guard my shops and to look at people who commit a crime. Only that way you are going to see people who protest peacefully without any problem. The military, just one brigade, Yakasimuka, mechanized brigade, managed to do it fully well. What it means is a protest can happen peacefully if the authorities do their job and their part, which is to protect the people, not to shoot at the people. So it's simple. Simple is that people have said protest. Saka police should simply say, okay, you want to protest, come and protest. Then you are not message. Since he said the message, the voice of the people is the voice of God. But message, the voice of the people has spoken. Then you simply resign, like what happened to Robert Mugabe. It must be very, very easy. So this is it, Team Zimbabwe. I love you. General Tombo says Zim does not have CIO. Smith. These attacks. Okay, thank you very much, everyone, and thank you very much for the support you've been offering to this platform. Let us continue to subscribe and also to turn the notification bells, because we will be making so many reviews on whatever which is happening